Yo, 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 yo.
Folks,
Shit.
welcome to this special Sunday edition of the Producer Lounge, everyone.
Here we are once again.
Dude, TPL.
Another Tuesday.
Folks, it's 196. Welcome. Everybody watching live. And if you're watching on YouTube, go to Twitch.
It's a bonus episode.
It is a bonus episode.
Mm-hmm.
It might not even be on YouTube ever.
Whoa.
Just kidding. It'll probably be on YouTube. Folks, it's a special episode. We have a special guest here. It's our second chef. But he is a certified big business guru. We have Chef
That's right.
Boyarbeatz with us, folks.
Bam.
Howdy.
Let's go.
What's up, my guy?
Welcome to the show, man.
Hype.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here on the evening news.
400 news, that's 6.
I might go adjust the audio real quick, but we can get some things started. I wanted to ask real quick. Let's just jump right in. Riffs. When you're writing some riffs, because I'm a huge riff guy.
Yeah. Same.
Where's your inspiration most of the time coming from riffs? Are you just goofing around in the studio and just let something happen and you're like, oh, it's a sick riff?
Yeah. Usually just jamming out on the keyboard or something.
Sick. Yeah.
I'm not even like a good keywordist, but like riffs are easy because it's like usually just a 4-bar.
Sure.
loop or
Right.
Something
Right.
shorter or
Right.
something, you know?
Right. Fuck yeah.
Especially when you're webbing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
That's 6. So you actually play it. I need to do that more.
Sometimes I play it. Sometimes I'll write it in.
Yeah,
Sure,
just whatever you're feeling.
Like I
that
said,
day.
I'm not that great of a keyboardist, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go through phases where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to actually like dive into piano and learn it. And I go hard for like a month and then I don't touch it for like 7 months.
Yep. That's usually how it goes. Yeah.
Right.
I did piano lessons in college. And it was like, it was cool while doing it, but then it's like, all right, well, how do I apply this to like actually like writing it? Because, you know, playing written music is a whole separate beast versus like actually playing to write, you know?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in bands and shit, and I was never a very good like on the fly doing like a really cool thing, but practice. I
Yeah.
could do that
Practice
shit.
makes perfect. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
But that, which is a fine skill to have when you're just trying to make a fucking little riff on the
Yeah.
board.
Yeah. Sometimes I've like surprised myself and I'm like, how the fuck did I even do that? Just like
Oh, for sure.
fucking around.
That's the
Every
best.
time I make a song, I'm like, I don't know how that worked
Yeah.
out.
Just
I know.
blacked out and suddenly there's a fucking song.
Exactly.
I was in the flow, man.
Yeah.
I was channeling.
We got Droplets popping in with a question. He says, how the fuck do you get your tunes to have such bass weight?
Ooh,
good question.
I like
I like
this.
a bass weight question. Let's go.
It's a fine
Yeah.
balance of leveling like your sub, so like everything below 100 hertz, and then processing on the upper half, like everything 100 hertz plus. But definitely like for getting the bottom weight of it, it's like a lot of it's like levels and doing like some processing on your sub to like beef it up a little bit.
Yeah. Are you doing like maybe we talked a little bit last week about doing some multi-band, like compressing on the low end, to kind of fatten that up? Are you doing stuff like that as far as your processing?
I use
or-
OTT a little bit, more on the mids, not like below 100 hertz.
Okay.
Usually doing like some saturation or like overdrive to add a little bit of warmth.
Word.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like immediately like low pass at 100 hertz. I'll like just have it there, but like I have like a separate sub dedicated for
The separate sub. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, like
Nice.
just like a clean sine wave or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you
That's
in
actually
Ableton?
good info.
Yeah, I'm in Ableton.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is something nice about just having the separate sub because you know it's just going to be like proper, exactly how you want it to be. There's not going to be a lot of like fucking movement all over the spectrum and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I always fluctuate though.
Yeah, like when me and Krisa were trying to work on a tune today, I was trying to make like a Reese bass, and like the top end kept like I was doing it all in Serum, and the top end kept phasing, and like the sub kept dropping out. So like I had to make a separate sub, and then high pass the second channel for like the mid sub.
Right.
John continues to say, do you cut below 20 hertz? A controversial topic.
But I maybe should. I don't know.
Hilarious.
I know.
Not according
not
to...
if you talk to Matt Davis.
Yeah, exactly. Not if you talk to Matt Davis. He says, keep all that goody flappiness in there.
He's of the belief that systems will get to the point where they're going down to like 10 hertz and shit like that.
There's definitely some systems that, like the Hennies, I know,
they'll get
like, go pretty fucking low. Yeah.
Right.
He's like, that will make a difference. It will be awesome.
Right. If you have some smearing.
If you are leaving it in, it's kind of nice.
Interesting.
Right. Whereas if you low cut on a bunch of stuff right there, you're going to smear a bunch of stuff. And then when you do try to play a 20 hertz thing, it could do some...
It could give you weird shit
stuff,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't cut. I'll shelf as much as I can especially when it comes to like the bottom end of things, like a pad or chords or a bass if it's got some weird stuff at the bottom end. But on like a group of a bunch of things, if there's still some squeezing through, I'll throw a cut there. Just we'll put it in linear phase and it'll be a 12. It's nothing crazy, just to fucking make sure there's no craziness happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Droplets is asking about gain staging. I would phrase it a little bit differently, probably personally. When you're going, because gain staging is just I hate old that people word. Shit.
Yeah.
When you're looking at trying to get a good balance, how do you go about, like, do you have a kind of memorized amount of low to high energy that you're trying to balance, just kind of knowing it, or are you using some tools to kind of figure that out?
I use mini meters mainly for checking like my kick and snare and the sub.
Okay.
But everything else I do by ear pretty much.
Sure.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like to hear that.
Just because like I want to hit like my drums at 0 and I want my sub to be like a little bit below. And like I kind of like use the mini meters to kind of like
to get
see the waveform and everything. Yeah, but
there.
everything else like hi-hats and synths and whatever I do.
Are you in a treated room? Do you have like a pretty good studio at your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
My new room's kind of weird. I moved last May, and it's like kind of a rectangle, but then there's a little pocket to go out the door essentially.
Oh, okay.
And it gets really bad in that corner. So I had to put up a sound blanket, and then I'd had a second one to like basically block kind of like the walkway to that corner, but our ceiling's fucked and it kept getting ripped out, so it's not up right now.
Damn it.
Right.
Yeah. But I have gotten used to it. But like the first like 6 months, I was like, dude, I fucking hate this room.
Yeah,
and it was
sucks.
like, and like after being in good treated rooms for like the last like 6 years, it's been like it took me a while to get used to it.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But I am moving, so we'll see what the next room is like.
Right.
Again. Yeah.
I'm working in
houses are tough.
Yeah.
My room is entirely metal, and I have nothing in it but my desk and my. No,
It's not
I'm
true.
just kidding.
I work in a glass
making it
case.
the worst
room possible.
It's a glass
Just to
case with
challenge
emotion.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my last room before was a basement, and it was also had carpet too, so like
Nice
it
and
helped
dense.
absorb, and also the bedroom, so we had a massive bed in there to absorb extra sound, so it was pretty dead down there.
There you
Nice.
go.
Yeah. I have
That's the stuff.
the opposite problem now where my room is so dead that my high end is affected, and it's taken me like a year to 2 years to like really like where does the high end need to sit? I cannot tell. It's so hard in here.
Yeah.
I just on my last tune that I was fucking with, I threw a 4 dB tilt on my master because I'm using SonarWorks. So I put a little bit of a tilt so it boosts the low end. And they have it built in, so I was like, I'll just use whatever they think is like a good tilt or whatever. But because I was listening to, once again, Matt Davis, shout out, come on the podcast.
Hey, that'd be huge.
That would be a fucking
That'd be
sick.
crazy.
And he was talking about having he was talking about waterfall, like the reverb in your room. And if you can get your reverb in your room to be a balanced, and he was like neutral balance. So like pink noise, not like a fucking flat, kind of thing. But that's where I was like, maybe I should actually throw a little bit of a curve on my master just to kind of ease up on the high end, because I end up turning the highs down because they're just aggressive on my ears.
Yeah.
Which will happen especially in like a treated room because you're just getting like crispy fucking highs. And it seemed to do a really good job. I was kind of impressed with the way I balance things.
Nice.
In a different way because of it, but I'm not sold all the way yet.
Right.
I'm not sold all the way.
It's a learning process.
John Droplets again with another question.
I love it. Droplets. Let's go. Yeah.
He really wants to know about the gain staging. How do you do your gain staging?
Yeah, again, just by ear, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just like after doing it for so long, I feel like you just can know when things are too loud.
Now here's a question that might help his brain. Do you work with a template that you made that has like your drums in a group to help you like maintain your sidechain and all this kind of stuff? Yeah.
Pretty much all my new projects have a template where kick and snare are like grouped together, and I mix those to the loudest.
I like this.
Yep.
Go
and
on.
then I do like my breaks, ghost notes, all like the other big drum stuff in a second one. That way they're not like getting clipped as hard as you know snare, kick and snare. And then I'll do the hats all on one, then bass, synth, FX, and vocals.
And now, do you merge any of those before they get to the master?
That was going to be my question as well.
I
No.
don't.
Nice.
Because
Okay, cool.
usually I'm just like clipping all those groups anyway.
Right,
At least to a point where they're not like any unnecessary peaks. You know.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to group my drums all together, and then everything else just is getting sidechained. So that's the only thing that's kind of really happening on that group of things.
Yeah.
Is like sidechaining and then drums. But I've definitely fiddled around with like doing the kick and the bass in a group together. Like that was like I feel like there's like a video people are talking about Skrillex does it this way for me.
That went around in like 2020.
Yeah.
So you tried that for like 6 months or something.
We fucked around with it for a while.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Well, I didn't know what I was doing very well at the time, so
yeah, because I was like
it's hard
4
to
or 5 years
say.
ago now. Maybe.
Yeah.
It helped me in two ways that are big. One is the having the drums, your bass, your synths, and all that kind of go to a group, a pre-master, if you will, and then the vocal doesn't. If you have a vocal in the track
style,
then your vocal lays on top of that and meets it in the master, and that really helped me get like vocals to sit right on top and kind of learn how to process the vocals separately but mesh them. So that was fun. And then it also just kind of showed me I guess in general just what the average template should be. Because before I was kind of just all over the place, just like, I'll just throw things together, drums will all be in one thing, and I'll just figure out a way
help you
to
think about the
sidechain. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, if I do it like this is why it helps. And then from then on, I'm just like, oh, I'll just like make this template better and better and better and better. And now I can just open it right, not have to think about a thing.
What are you grouping up now?
Now I have a drums group, which is basically the drum bus, which has the hi-hats in their own group, the percussion in its own group, the kick and snare in their own group. And then there's the basses, which include the sub. And then there's just like the melodic stuff.
Yeah.
And the sub and basses get their own sidechain, and the melodic stuff and effects goes to a sidechain send, basically, that then mixes with pre-master. And it's a little bit of a thing. I'm thinking about reducing it down, but I haven't found a way to like make it sound the way it does right now.
Yeah.
While having it simplified, but it is kind of simple. It's not really that bad.
Yeah.
It's just set up in a way where I understand what's happening and I can just make shit happen real quick, which is nice.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. There is no right way.
It's true.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Make it sound good. It's the key.
Do you mix to 0 or do you like headroom?
Yeah, I usually do headroom, but I also like master all my own stuff
Right,
too. So
right.
like,
Kind of a
it usually depends on like the mix. Every mix is a little bit different, but
sure.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Do you go for more of like the simple kind of just clip the master style or limit the master?
Yeah, I usually limit, but I'll like limit it in stages. So like,
Hey, my man.
I'll do like a dB or two with like an ozone. I forget the name of it, but they basically have like a bunch of different colored limiters. And then
Maximizer? No.
I do maximizer at the very end.
Okay.
Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just analog limiter. I forget the name of it though. And then I do a little saturation and also clipping a little bit if it really needs to. And then do utility to like mono the bass under 100 hertz.
Sure.
And then do a little bit more of like a dB maybe of clipping on glue compressor. And then max it off with the maximizer at the very end.
Nice. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah,
And
and usually that way it's like it's not getting fucking sausaged, but there's still a bunch of dynamics, but it's like still like I'm getting like -6 LUFS.
Right.
Yeah. That sounds like that makes sense to why you would want the sub to be a little bit quieter than your drums.
Yeah.
So it's like
You're bringing it- you're bringing it
it's pushing
up.
in a little bit
Right,
later
exactly.
into that chain.
Exactly.
But you're just clipping your drums a lot more, but they're very punchy still and
Right.
not over compressed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it really depends
Interesting.
on like the track. Cause like you might make the track where it's kind of clipped and saturated all the way to the point where you just like limit the master and you're like, if I do anything more, it's going to be like -4.
Yeah.
It's going to be like way too loud and I'm going to lose all of these fucking dynamics I have.
Mhm.
And then other times, it's like -8 and you're like, well, I guess we'll throw a black box on the master and just kind of fucking crank it, you know?
Yeah.
Really depends.
I threw in a shout out to our last episode. I threw a little mid side on my master today, and
on the
fucking-
master, fun.
Oh yeah,
Very
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Like I said, I do. Fucking 400%. You know what I'm saying? Fucking and just did some saturation and compressing on my sides, and just kind of brought them up a little bit.
It is sauce,
Fattened
dude.
them up a little bit. I mean, it's literally a whip, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
At the moment, I just wanted to make it fat so I could print it real quick.
Yeah, but I think like reducing
enjoy
the dynamics in your mids is huge. Like, not that it has to be necessarily the loudest thing ever, but just keeping that super abrupt in and out of sound to like a minimum on the sides. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what it seems to me, and that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And my mixes are
People
definitely
get
sounding better.
fucking wide ass mixes.
They get crazy
Yeah.
wide
Like,
mixes,
yeah.
and they're loud in like the wide.
My shit never has like the width function like a lot of people's.
I'm gonna have
tunes
to
do.
Mm-hmm.
give you this distance fucking container.
Oh, right,
From Mr.
Finster.
Tom. Yeah, from Tom Finster. It's sick.
That sounds sick.
It's so sick.
Is that a plugin?
It's a rack built in bit.
We use Bitwig.
Nice.
Yeah, in Bitwig. So,
Tom Finster uses Bitwig.
yeah,
so
and he
on
just
their Patreon he released some shit.
Sick.
yeah he released this synth and it has a module built into it where it just like creates distance. It's basically a series of all pass filters in a row, and you like change the delay of them, and it just like pushes the sound back and wide at like this at the same time. It's fucking crazy.
Interesting.
But it works every time. Like anytime I'm like, this needs to be just a little bit behind everything, and you just and
That's
it
sick.
just pokes behind them. I'm like,
That's super interesting.
It
that's
reminds
so
me
sick.
of Rift has their filter that you're able to like.
oh, okay.
It sounds similar to what you're
Okay,
talking about.
sick. Yeah, I could actually pull it up now that I think about it, because
Send it.
now that we got the stereo figured
Nice.
out in here.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep. We figured out the stereo, guys.
Beautiful.
We had this podcast going without stereo ever since we got that new mixer.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
We didn't realize till we were talking about multi-band panning, and then we tried to do some stuff, and we're like,
panning. We're like, why isn't it panning?
Yeah.
why isn't it panning?
I just never noticed somehow.
Yeah. Oh, we do need to change the audio here, guys. Oh, hang on. Let me get the the viewers looking at what we're looking at here. Excuse the horrible mouse movement. This mouse is all right. Let's kill all this shit. Actually, sorry guys, we're looking at the wrong screen. There we go.
Tings.
Guys, it's a professional show.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
professional
guys know
podcast.
this, but
This is definitely the most professional podcast I've been on. And
Let's
I've only
go.
been on one other podcast.
let's go.
The other one was really good too, though.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
He's producer out of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a really cool show.
Fuck yeah.
He was definitely super pro with it as well.
Fuck yeah, I'd love to hear that. I mean, we're audio guys, so AV is close enough for us to be like, we got to get the best camera, we got to get the green screen, we got to like do all these things. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Fun to learn.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
Tyrell,
Good old
huh?
Tyrell, baby. I mean, it's fine for right now. So, distance. This little guy right here. So these are all different all pass filters with different
Delays.
gain levels, and then these delays are mapped to this distance right here, and then it
Interesting.
also is on the blend with the dry coming out.
Shit.
It's
Cool.
fucking
That is
insane,
cool.
and
That
you
is
can
very
automate
cool.
it, obviously.
Yeah.
But just having it static, it's
Yeah,
immediately like
It just
back in
sounds
the
like
room.
detuned almost.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
right.
A random on that thing goes hard.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
gonna say automating it sounds cool going up and down.
Right, right.
Yeah, it
I
does.
mean, for the sake of the show,
Because Bitwig just is good like this.
let's just put it right real quick.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Sick.
It's like the start of some like horror
Right.
song or something. Spooky Halloween.
Do you have a Rift?
That's a
It's on the free like
good question.
version, not the big one. If
Look
you
at
have
that.
that one as
I
well.
do have. Oh,
yeah, it's attached to Splice, I think.
Wah,
Or,
wah.
Oh, well.
oh, it is attached to Splice for me.
I thought it was.
That would be funny. Shout out Splice. I always forget I have you, and I have things that I pay for with you. Hey,
Yeah, you
But-
gotta be at like 7,000 credits at this
I have
point.
so many credits, dude. It's insane. Now, when I find a pack that's even like remotely interesting, I'm just like, just get the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just get the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that.
Buy it all.
I just-
Put it in the folder so
Yeah,
you can
just-
search it in the DAW.
right.
I've been using Splice a lot more for like drum samples and
It's so great.
FX and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
my homie Contra actually showed me you can change the app version and make it like companion where you just type in whatever sample you're like looking for and
I-
easily just drag it in.
I tried it when they first came out with that, and it was buggy as fuck. But I haven't tried
Oh.
since.
It's really sick.
Does it work
when
now?
he was showing me,
That's
and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Like I've never seen this
Yeah.
before." And it makes
Companion? What? I haven't even heard of that.
So if you like download the Splice app, you can basically make it into like a tiny little rectangle.
Right, a small
And
little
then
version
literally
of
just
it.
like you can look through your library or you can look through Splice's sample library, and you can, change it by random or the most popular or
Mhm.
whatever.
Fuck yeah,
Nice,
that's
nice.
cool.
It's really clutch.
Hell yeah.
I like random.
I'm not big on using like vocals or anything from there, but like for drums and like
Right,
other FX
exactly.
stuff, like it's pretty clutch.
I mean, I will say that I haven't made a riser in probably 4 years.
Yeah, I maybe do it once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
It's really dependent. And even then, like, I have more fun if I take a riser from Splice and I fuck around with it
Yeah.
and make it sound cooler. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would never have made that with a synth.
For sure.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
I've been playing around with Kyoto's pack on Splice, and that's been a blast.
Nice.
If everyone go check out that pack. It's
Yeah, shout out. That pack is fire. I
Yeah.
have the whole thing.
I've been spamming it so hard. Like
Nice. I'll have to download that.
yeah, I've even known he was on Splice, but just like somehow forgot. And then I was scrolling through Splice and like I was like, wait, Kyoto snare, what?
Yeah, his
Just
drums.
like, oh yeah,
His drums
Kyoto
are
has a pack,
nasty.
and
He
I just got all of
Good
it.
drums.
His
Yeah,
drums
he
are
does.
Yeah.
super toasty.
Right.
It's so nice. him and resonant
Yeah,
language.
I have the resonant
which is-
language pack. Those
Yeah.
I use
Yeah.
those a lot.
Everybody has to have those. Those are that's basically our version of the vengeance packs.
I know it really is. Right.
I try to avoid that pack just
I know.
because I know like it's gonna sound good. I want to kind of make this shit myself though,
Yeah.
to some extent. Like
That's why I've been having a good time with Kick Ninja, because I'll just pull in a resonant language kick and then go from there to start messing around with it, because it already sounds so good. I can just like, I need to change the pitch here or change the attack. I can just like make little adjustments.
Yeah.
It's really handy.
Yeah, you've like fully given up on Kick too, right? You're just full Kick Ninja guy.
Kick Ninja's so much better.
Sick.
So much
What
better.
is that just another kick synthesizer?
Yeah.
Nice.
But you can like drag and drop. It actually lets you like zoom in to where the transient is happening in like a really effective way. The UI is better.
you drag a kick in and it remakes the kick.
Yep, instantly.
Right?
Yep.
Within the plugin.
That's crazy.
It's like Synplant 2.
Right,
for
right,
kicks.
right. But it's actually
Damn, I
like,
haven't heard Simplant in a minute.
right.
but it's
right.
like 98% there. Like it'll recreate a kick like perfectly. Although
cool.
it does also layer the sample on top in one of its oscillators. So you got to be aware of that to like turn that off or low pass that or.
Have you ever just
bypass
tried
it.
to like fuck with it and throw in some weird sounds that aren't kicks?
No, but I have it in a plan to put it into my snare drum maker and use it for some part of that,
There you go.
because it'll recreate any kind of just like tone.
Percussive kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just make a tone sweep better than anything else can
Right.
in a accurate way.
Did you see the wave where Simplant added the AI function to it?
Oh.
So Simplant 2 came out
Mhm.
like probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago or something like that. And you can drop any sound on it
Yeah.
and it will try and recreate that sound. But as it tries to, it does 4 tries. And for each try, it gives you points on the process of it trying to make that sound.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like
16
yeah,
iterations
like something
for
like
every
that.
single
Yeah, like
sound.
a fuck ton of different iterations, and then you can go and look at whatever
That's sick.
Yeah,
the thing decided to try and make.
Yeah.
it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I never bought it, but I just did the little trial and was
I
like,
did the
"This
trial
is fucking
also.
badass."
Yeah.
And then it
Never
ended,
use
and
it
I was
again.
like, "Well,
Yeah, and then we just never used it.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like buying this, but it's
Yeah.
a really fun idea."
And it was accurate too.
I feel like all the synths should get that upgrade.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
could build an AI out
Right.
for any of these synths that
Oh.
like uses the synth to
Recreate
yeah.
a sound.
Like Serum,
make
you
a
can
sound.
throw samples and shit in there too.
Right.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is it hears the sound and then tries to recreate it with
Gotcha,
the
yeah,
synthesizer. So it'll do weird shit if you like throw like a vocal in there or
Right,
something.
right.
Yeah.
Like it's like doing like wobble on a LFO
Yeah.
on the pitch and shit to try and get like the
Yeah.
like a voice.
It's the best throwing a
pretty
vocal in
fucking
because
funny.
it just gets it all fucked up, but it sounds kind of cool still. It's great for like the tipper scene.
What is
You're trying to just get weird vocal
what
and
is your
shit.
go-to synth?
Mine, it kind of changes depending on what I'm trying to do. So, but two biggest soft synths
Go
are
on.
Operator and Serum. And then
Operator.
I also have a Moog Sub Fatty that I use a lot.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's sick. Yeah, Operator. There's so many dudes that just make Operator their bitch, and it's fucking sick to see.
Yeah.
I am not one of them.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm learning it every single time I use it, honestly. But like once I've got like the basics, it's just like any other synth, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's just very confusing because they don't make anything very clear.
No.
And they
Yeah.
also have like the init preset is like has a bunch of random effect. Like it'll have the
Right.
filter like down, and you have to like double click on like the frequency amount basically that it's sending, and otherwise it'll be like always low pass, even if it's like all the way open. It like won't even like the upper highs won't be there at all, and I'd always be like, why the fuck is this happening?
Classic Ableton.
Right. Right.
Do you
It's
want
really
this thing
weird.
on? Well, we turned it on.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we crashed. God damn it, Ableton.
There was a lot of plugins in Bitwig where I had to go and like,
Yeah, there's a couple.
let me make these like 0.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I don't want it to be doing anything when I pull it up. I want it to be perfectly not doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. Like the
It
initial
shouldn't
preset.
nothing should change when I turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Massive. When you originally opened it, it wasn't actually like in it, even though it was.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I forget, there was some like settings on it, then it would just like not be, you know, everything at 0 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Same thing with a Razor. It just loads up some random preset in it every
Right.
time. Yeah, and that it's also like the initialized preset, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, guys? What are you doing? So weird.
Shout out to
My Mimdax.
my
666.
666.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out you, dude. Thanks for the follow. We
Welcome
love
to
you.
the party, boy.
Boofing DMT followed you.
I know, dude. We had a big thing about him on the episode,
Yeah, our last podcast.
and he
There's a
joined
good
the
little stretch to
Discord.
talk about that.
I was so excited.
DMT.
I was like, he's in the Discord now. We got Boof and DMT. I don't know if that's a good thing. Could be a bad thing.
Or it could be the best.
It could be the
Now
greatest
we're-
thing
now
to
we're
happen
cooking
to
with
us.
gas.
Yeah.
Cooking with DMT.
We were talking about snares just a bit ago and drums and splice and things. What do you typically do when you're trying to get a snare going? Are you
Either-
a sample guy or
Yeah, definitely. I don't like synthesize any of my drums. I've been using the same Kircher kick for like last 4 years.
Nice.
And I layer it though with like an acoustic. So like it's different every time. There's not like phasing issues when you're DJing similar tunes or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pretty much big sampler, like chopping up breaks and stuff, and
Fuck
like
yes.
either find a snare from there or just looking through sample packs. I think it's just easier to find something that sounds good on its own than trying to layer like 50 different things.
I know.
every day.
Right.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But making drums is fun?
Yeah,
Question mark?
it is fun.
No,
I
no,
just,
it is. Yeah, I know.
I don't have as much time as I used to.
I get you.
I have like a day job and girlfriend and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like the few like hours
Oh,
I
I
do
feel
get to
ya.
produce music, I'm like, I need to have like everything ready to go so I can just like try and write ideas.
Get shit
you know?
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and the further and further you go in your career, like it seems like there's just less and less time to write.
Yeah.
So enjoy that time and be smart about it.
Yeah.
You know, like use your time wisely. Don't just like dick around. I mean, you can have those days, you know, you can
For sure.
You can't always be fucking I'm master
Yeah.
discipline
Sometimes
guy.
you gotta layer a
'Cause,
snare
like,
up.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
got to do the sound design too. It's like without any direction.
Mhm.
Right. You just
Yeah.
gotta sit there. Well, yeah. How else do you explore and find new ways to sound design on the next track?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You're trying to play. We're trying to have fun.
We
Even though
are.
we're taking it serious, like, you know, it's finding that balance. It's all
Right.
just a balancing act.
Dude, it is all balance. It's true.
We're just tightrope walkers over a flaming tiger pit.
That's a little.
Right.
Wait, are the tigers gay? I don't know, you said flaming.
Whatever's scarier for you, Caleb.
Rare.
Yeah, exactly.
Down below, we're gonna get you.
We're coming for you.
I mean, because otherwise they're just dead tigers because they're on fire.
Well, no, these ones are fireproof. They're special tigers.
But they have
Fire
flames around
tiger.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this dream that we're in right now? Like, this makes no sense. It makes more sense that they're
It's
gay.
Austin's next song, Flaming Tiger.
Flaming tiger, yeah.
Flaming Tiger goes hard, actually, though.
It does go hard if you have enough whys in there. You know,
True.
I can make that happen.
just turn them into meows.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
need to be meows.
We can get some fun cover art and just
We should.
promo for that too. That'd be
the tight
great.
rock.
Oh, Flaming Tiger. Oh, yeah.
We should recreate Tipper songs where all the whys are
Meows.
yeah, some cat meows. Yeah.
Dude, let's go.
Just have a whole troll page about
Yeah,
that.
exactly. It's just a whole fucking project.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah. I mean, if you could do it like really well and it still sounded sick, it would be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
You
be
just
pretty
bust that out
epic.
live.
That
Everyone's
would
like,
be amazing.
I love this Tipper song. And then it drops and it's just,
Yeah, everyone's like, what? What is
so
happening?
good, dude.
All right, I got some homework. I'm so down to make that happen.
We like to have fun here, guys. It's a professional show. You know what I mean, meow?
Oh, of course, meow.
Did you just meow me? Do I look like a cat to you, sir? Do I go all mimbly bimbly like from tree to tree? All
God
right.
damn it.
If anybody gets that reference, congratulations. So, what else do we want to talk about, boys? What else we got?
I was going to ask you, what do you like for delay plugins?
Ooh.
Or do you like going?
Usually
Basic.
just use Ableton's delay or
Yeah.
echo. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a really cool echo preset on there called Dub Echo.
Yes.
That's really,
Yeah.
I know
really
that.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pretty easy to work with too. But
Right.
yeah, either that or delay, my go-tos.
How do you
They're
post process
classics.
the echo? Do you do anything on the wet signal coming out of the echo?
So the Dub Echo one just has, it's like definitely not 100% wet, even though if you
Sure,
have like
sure.
the actual echo at 100% wet, but there's like a dry wet knob on the
Sure.
macro or whatever. But yeah, usually I don't do any big processing on that because like if you have the feedback up, like it'll,
Sure.
you don't need to compress afterwards
It does
to
like
bring it up,
modulation
you know?
and things
Yeah.
within it.
But if I was just doing like a standard delay, I would usually compress the fuck out of it afterwards to like bring it up and like level it out.
Right. Right.
Group it
Yeah,
in parallel.
right, exactly. Yeah,
The-
that's kind of what I was getting at.
The Echo is sick too because it has the stereo with control just built into it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go like full ping pong mode. You can
Right,
kind of tighten it a
key.
little
Yeah.
or automate it so your sound like gets wider and wider as
Yeah.
it goes kind of thing.
Yep.
I like built a little rack that does exactly that with just the stock delay. And for some reason, I was like, whenever they came out with Echo, I was like, oh, it's just another delay. Like, I didn't even touch it because I was like, what else could it really do?
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally realized it just had that, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
That
Just
goes
being
really
ignorant
good.
for no reason. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it is
cool.
really, really good.
Right. It's fun that the
I miss
feedback
that
can go
delay
like
plugin.
past 100 too. You can just like,
Right.
I mean, there's not a lot of instances you would want to do that, but like
Yeah.
here and there, it's fun to play with it and
You
just
could
have it
automate
explode.
and then
Yeah.
print it, do some fun
Push it and
things,
bring it
things
back.
with that fucking
Right.
feedback delay.
Yeah. The Bitwig delay, the Delay Plus has a
It's
feedback chain.
Ooh,
So you can throw shit in the feedback.
inside of the feedback. Yeah,
that's sick.
it's
That's
nasty.
crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Really easy to get out of control.
Oh, yeah.
The moment you put
You put a little teeny node on it,
and it just
and it'll just,
Yeah.
it
Ring
just
the fuck
wants
out.
to ring
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I'll like Pro MB afterwards if it's like, if I have
okay.
like the feedback over 100%, it starts like getting too distorted,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, interesting.
One that I spam a bunch is Melda's spectral delay. Have you ever played with that one?
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't used it before.
It's cool. It's cool. It's not like a great like
Spectral delay.
you don't want to use it has like it serves a
Damn.
specific purpose where it just makes delays fucking weird. Like weird. Yeah, it's cool as fuck though. There's of course like Melda, you have control over like every aspect, so you can just
Except for how
Dive
hideous
in.
it is.
The UI shit.
Yeah, the UI is horrible. But they do give you a bunch of like ways to customize the UI. They're
Which is
like,
kinda
look
cool.
at all these skins, but all the skins are horrible.
Yeah.
You're like, what is going on here, guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're brutal.
Yeah.
Shout out Melda though. The
They're
spectral delay I spam
the
all
best
the time.
plugins ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that M Dynamics
Oh yeah, you've been playing with it?
I have a question for you then.
MB.
I
on
did
my-
that today.
Yeah.
Nice. How was it?
Backleft was on the pod on Tuesday, and he was saying he uses it to compress his low end. And I pulled it up.
And you were like,
I just
what is
used
this?
I just used the basic UI that it gave
No,
me.
you have to click
advanced
next
or something.
No,
Edit.
there's like it's like it's right next to the presets. You can either hit the next button and it'll bring you to like the initialized one. Yeah, it's weird. Here, I'll fucking
Yeah,
pull
That's
it up.
pull it
what
up.
that I did not do that. I just used whatever
It's
the
a-
fucking
yeah,
thing
it's-
that it gave me was, and I was like, "This is working," but I guarantee you there's a better way to do
Yeah,
this
yeah.
within this fucking plugin.
Exactly right.
Melda's so fucking stupid like that. It's like the convolution reverb. When you pull it up, you have to like,
Yeah,
you
it's the
have
exact
to
same
know
thing.
what buttons to push to get to like the cool part.
That's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing.
Yes,
Here.
Yeah.
yes. See, I used this.
So if you hit end it, now you have your 3 bands.
Yeah,
or 4
this is
bands.
the fun area.
And this is where you can sit here in solo, and we can just, or I guess let's just solo the mid band. And,
Right.
Press our shit.
Right.
And your output.
Yeah, he was saying that the low end does a really good job of being pretty transparent.
It's transparent as fuck.
Really?
Dude.
You
Yeah,
found
you
it
can
to
have
be
the
transparent?
attack like all the way fast and crank it, and it like doesn't distort at all. It's nuts.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You can also make like weird fucked up shapes with all the processing like
Processing
shape. Yeah.
Oh, right. Just like any Melda.
Oh, you can't double click and make little
bummer.
dots.
Yeah, there's like you. Oh no, my condom.
Oh no.
There's one of the buttons you have to hit first. It's like one of these on the top right of the little window or something. It's really there
There
it
we
is.
go.
There you go. Now
Yeah,
it's
now-
and then now you can just make like
now
fucking
it's a wave
weird.
shaper.
Yeah. Let's go.
Interesting.
Big ups, dude.
So that's where the sauce of like the sound designy part of it comes in.
Wait. Weird. It's like time based.
Yeah,
In some
I don't
fashion?
honestly fully understand it. It
Always
like
gotta put the
breaks my brain a little bit.
signs
But
there.
The weird sign thing in there.
oh god damn it! I didn't know you could do that. That's sick.
Yeah, it's cool on the wave shaper
It'll like
because
ring mod it a little bit.
it adds so much fucking noise.
All right, give us a bass, Caleb. Go down a few octaves.
Wrong way. Here, let's
Is that just on that band?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just on the band. Oh, we gotta get
Oh boy.
Oh, you're gonna.
We're just gonna move to the bass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There we go. Let's yeah, see how clean that is? It's crazy.
Right.
Super yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we gotta do this.
Fatten up the bass.
I mean, fatten it up. More like put a fucking sine wave on there, bro. Let's get it where it'll hit it. Oh, it's fun.
Oh, gross. That's doing weird shit.
It's doing weird shit, right? That's why, like, I don't understand it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Right?
it
so
is
if you
doing
want
some
your
weird shit.
low end to sound like that, you know where
Listen.
to go.
This is how we have fun here, guys. This is how it works. Okay,
This is how fun works. You should know better.
come on, it already sounds sick.
That's tight.
I can't wait to fuck with this some more.
Yeah. This is where the magic happens.
What is the process? What is processing shape? That doesn't even.
I know.
Why is it going through
I know.
it
I
like
know.
that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it.
It does
Yeah.
not make sense.
It
to
we
me.
need
doesn't
to
make sense
do-
to me either.
Is it controlling the threshold? Is it like?
It might just be fun visuals for the sake of it. Because, like, or I don't know. Probably not that.
Oh yeah, we have to click on this thing. I keep forgetting. If we add one here. Hey. Why can't I click that?
It hates you, dude.
I don't know, bro.
Oh. Let's go.
It does kind of feel like it's acting like a wave shaper.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it is, but it's just not as fast because it's still technically as the input comes in, it's changing the decibel range.
Decibel, yeah.
Mhm.
I see the decibels there.
Like that's why something like that's cool because it's dancing between a -12 and a -48 dB.
Both directions it's showing decibels, by the way.
Right, because it's either side of the wave. I'm pretty sure because this is in not logarithmic, whatever the other version is.
Oh.
I can't remember. Oh,
It's a fucked up plugin.
yeah.
dude, it's
Yeah,
so
that's
fucking
sick.
Must play.
It's
Must
literally
play
like,
soon.
yeah, any of the Melda plugins you can kind of just throw on and just be like, oh, let me go to edit mode and just
Fuck
dick around with all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. The convolution is insane.
It's the best. It's so good.
I don't use it
So
enough
good.
just because kilohertz convolution's
I know.
so easy, but
Mm-hmm.
and the
it has,
bed
like,
wing is sick too.
you can control like multiband like length, right?
Mhm.
Of like
Mhm.
the
Whatever input response.
whatever you call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Impulse response.
Impulse response.
I'll impulse your response.
Damn.
Which is fucking
Save it
crazy.
for the flaming tigers, Caleb.
All right.
Get some good slapback kind of shit going and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't use convolution, Melda's convolution as much. I like the turbo reverb multiband. I have like a little preset I made where you can just basically randomize all of the bands. And
that's kind of fun.
That's cool.
yeah, it's super fun to just like, oh, I want like a fun reverb, but I don't want to like try that hard right now. You just throw it on, randomize each band. You're like, that one sucked.
Try
randomize it again, and then
Yeah.
you get some weird movement in the mids, and then the high end fucking does some cool shit. It's a fun
That's
just like
sick.
generator.
That's a good idea.
I'm sure we could make something similar with a convolution. It would be sick if you could just randomize the sample, the impulse response
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
of it. Just like, here's my designated folder, pick anything from it.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe you could do it with Ableton, but I know that one has like a drop down window. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if you'd be able to automate that.
Right.
Slash without any kind of like popping or anything. You need like a bin where you can put 5 different ones and it's got an algo that morphs between them or something so you can
Yeah.
like move between them without any kind of...
A morphing convolution? That would be fucking crazy.
It's 2025, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do need some morphing reverbs.
Yeah.
That's the thing that
if we're
needs to
getting
happen.
morphing filters now and morphing wave shapers,
Yep. We need wavetable reverbs.
yeah,
We need
wavetable reverb.
It's time.
Table.
It's time.
Reverb table, let's go. Get on it, kilohertz.
Kilohertz, they
Kilohertz.
have to be the chosen ones. It's kilohertz or Melda.
Ooh, cheap viewers, guys. Check that out.
Oh.
Everybody
Yeah.
should definitely click on that link.
Do you use kilohertz at all?
I do not know, but I've heard great things.
It's the best of the best.
Yeah, they just, in the last however long, they came out with shaper table and filter table. Both are wave tables for, one is for wave shaping, and then one is for filters.
Very cool.
So you can
It's
do like
crazy.
like a changing comb and have it be changing the cutoff and the
That's
combness
sick.
of it all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's really
It makes so
fucking
much
good.
sense. It's kind of crazy. No one thought about it till recently.
I thought
when they
about
released
it years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Fuck,
just
you
am
should.
not a developer, bro.
I was gonna say you should get
Hilarious.
on it, dude.
I know I should.
Come up with the next fucking banger idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's like a full commit. You'd have to just give up on music. You're like, guys, I'm a developer
I
now.
only have time for one thing.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't. No way.
I'm only one man.
That's right.
A backyard full of flaming tigers.
It's a backyard now.
I'm only one
Well, I
man
mean, you
with
have
a
to-
in the backyard.
Yeah.
full of
When
flaming
you're
tigers.
performing, you bring them to your warehouse or
Yeah.
wherever.
Put him in a
on a
pit.
fucking chain.
Yeah. But when you're just at home, they're just kicking it in the backyard. You
Meow.
know? Yeah.
Hi, bring us some Cosmos. God damn it, gay tigers. They're fashion though.
Oh,
Man, they
gay
know how to
tiger
dress,
fashion
dude.
would go hard.
They know how to dress.
Those
Yeah.
stripes are popping.
God damn.
Let's go.
We have all the sounds.
yeah, I love it.
Right.
Well, we've basically done an hour, boys.
Yeah.
Already?
that flew
Damn.
by.
That one
Yeah.
fucking flew by. Holy shit.
Time flies when you're having fun and talking shop with
Yeah.
the boys.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I could see if I have any TikToks that we want to talk about.
Last minute sends.
Last minute sends. That's right. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever
We
you
could
want to
always
call
just skip it.
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I might
If,
not.
if we're not
not
prepped
ready for it.
Yeah.
I might not have any anyways.
Oh, who is that? Is that a first time chat? Oh.
Chef, how do you get your rhythms and flow
Here.
on your
We
songs?
got a last question.
Well, that's a very broad ass question.
It's a good question.
I like it.
You're fine,
I
John.
mean, it depends on like every song, like whether you're writing the riff first or like I usually do start with drums first unless I have like a bass line in mind already.
Same.
Yeah. And then usually I'll start with like a basic rhythm with the drums. And then as I write the bass line, I'll kind of like make sure the drums are in sync with like certain hits of the bass line. So they're like hitting at the same time. Kind of like with a band or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was noticing, listening to some of your tunes, the percussion can be very like, obviously there's consistency with the percussion, but like you'll do like little switch ups here and there a lot, which I love that kind of, I was curious about the approach on that because I will build out like a loop of a bunch of shit and then eventually I'll just like chop everything to where it's like, all right, well, we'll do the shaker right at the end for a second. And then, you know, let it keep going after that or whatever.
I'm definitely big on like rolling drums where there's not many stops because like dance music, it's like, I don't know, if the drums keep stopping and stuff, people are gonna be like,
right. I kind of agree.
It's kind of hard to dance to, and like I also play a lot of music that's like very consistent rolling stuff too, and like if you're blending stuff, it's like I love rollers. So.
Same, ditto.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's the
Rollers.
Yeah, and like the fills don't always have to be drums. You know, it can be a lack of space. It just gets quiet for half a bar,
right?
Or
an FX or something, or
right, or a vocal. You peed on my White Claw, like that one track you have. It's one of the best
I love that poll.
It's one of the best pre-drop vocals.
Come see us live for that one.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Fuck yeah.
John, don't worry about asking so many questions.
Yeah, no, all the questions were great.
We want you to ask questions.
Yeah.
This is what the chat's for.
Yeah.
It makes our job easier. We don't have to ask so many questions.
Yeah.
If other people are asking questions.
It's beautiful.
He expanded on this my MDAX 666 about the dub echo just a couple minutes ago. He does in fact use the dub echo preset on echo.
That's AT's favorite also.
Only
Mr. Warren.
No, he said he uses regular as well.
It depends.
Right.
Regular
I usually use the dub
delay.
echo for like longer ones or something, but if I'm like trying to, because I don't think you can change like the pitch on echo. Yeah, like if you change the time, if you have the pitch setting on Ableton, it'll actually change the pitch.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying because like I used to do a lot of build-ups with delay where you would just have the feedback at like 99% and then slowly modulate the time. So that way it was like do-do-do, like
love that
pitching up and
shit.
pitching down. But like I would have to compress the fuck out of it because the feedback couldn't go above 99%.
Right.
So it only lasts
Slam it.
however long or whatever, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's a good fucking tip. Is just use the time, the pitch mode on any delay that you're using.
Yeah.
That shit is so good. I like doing like a putting a random on the time just slightly to where it's just kind of wobbles it and it just gives you that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Gives you a little bit of pitch.
Yeah.
That's a good
Pitch
move.
drift.
That's how you get your cat noises.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
John, you did not annoy us. You're fine.
I mean, you annoyed me. I don't think I want you on the pod now anymore, dude. You're not welcome here now.
Well, guess what, John? You are now Austin's role on the podcast. He's been fired. So
You're going to replace
I
him.
was planning on quitting anyway. Whatever, dude. Start my own podcast.
Well,
whatever, bro. Well, how can people find you on the internet? This is kind of a cliche question, but
most of my socials are chef_Boyarbeatz with a Z. I think Facebook doesn't have an underscore.
yeah, fuck Facebook.
Yeah, fuck Facebook. I literally cross-post from Instagram, and even then, I fucking hate Instagram.
Yeah.
It's gotten so bad.
I know.
Same.
Too.
I hate social media.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, speaking of social media, you guys should follow us and like us and go check us out on Instagram.
Share our shit. Fucking follow us.
Yeah.
Also,
Subscribe.
go and follow and subscribe, Mr. Chef Boyarbeatz here. And
That's right.
go find our Patreon, guys.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah,
Get on
definitely
our
that.
Patreon, people.
Chef, I believe you have a Red Rock show coming up in May with Ganja.
Yeah.
Fucking massive, dude. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's gonna
And I'm
be a
not playing
blast.
Doors this time. I'm very stoked.
Yeah, that's massive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what Ganja, Liney,
Mary Droppins.
Mary Droppins. She'll be
who's-
sick.
I've known her for a very long time now. Like we came up
that's
kind
cool.
of in the Orange County
Oh
scene
no
in
shit.
California. Yeah.
That's sick.
Fuck yeah, man.
Back when I used to play a lot of house and all that.
Fuck yeah.
Back like we
That's
all
cool.
used to play house.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
You guys got me into house. I was full bass head guy for a bit, and I was like, nah, house isn't as cool.
We were too. And then,
you guys found house music, and I was like, okay, house is kind of cool. And then
it's kind of
like switch to making bass music.
It's kind of because everybody was already making bass music, and so we were like, let's do something else. Let's try like make some house.
Yeah.
And then our house was too weird for the
It was
local
very
scene.
weird.
Yeah, we literally just made the
Like UK wild shit. It didn't work. We're like, fine, we'll make bass music
Too ahead of the curve.
fine.
kind of, but I don't want to toot my own horn. But yeah, there was a couple of things where we're like, check this out, and everybody was like, this is weird. And now
We
we
were a
go
little ahead
and
of
we're
our
like,
time.
we showed you this 2 years ago. The
You
fuck
guys
is
didn't
this?
like this when we were making it.
Yeah, you
God
thought it was
damn
stupid. Fucking assholes. We love you, house scene. We'll see you guys later.
we do love you.
Yeah, enjoy your cocaine.
Yeah, they got plenty of that.
Are they big into the coke in the house scene?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
Oh,
It's a bunch of business.
the main
people.
That's why they do afters till like 8 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm
it's all
snoozing.
making sense now.
And nobody pays attention to the music.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's just in the kitchen doing lines, talking about their new fucking business.
Fucking sick.
All
all
right,
right.
guys.
Later, everybody.
Love you. We'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Bye.